Presidential Anti-Corruption Commissioner Manuelito wants Vice President Leni Robredo investigated for what he calls as her efforts to compete with the national government during the novel coronavirus outbreak. In a statement, Luna says the efforts of the Office of the Vice President are, quote, calculated to undermine national government efforts in this time of public health emergency or national calamity. Luna says the OVP's initiatives to provide free shuttle services, dormitories, and protective equipment for health workers competes with the government. Luna also claims it is illegal for Robredo to help frontliners and solicit donations from the public, since the national government has allocated funds for assistance. Robredo's office has so far raised about 40 million pesos as of Wednesday, April 1. But Luna's fellow commissioner, Greco Belgica, says Luna expressed his personal opinion and not that of the PACC. President Rodrigo Duterte orders police and soldiers to shoot residents causing trouble during the government's lockdown put in place to contain the spread of the novel coronavirus. This comes hours after 21 Quezon City residents were arrested for demanding help and protesting without a permit Wednesday, April 1.
Remember, kayong mga left, you are not the government. Kaya wag kayong maggawa ng kalukuhan at mag-riot-riot dyan, because I will order you detained at bibitawan ko kayo pagkatapos na wala na itong COVID. I will not hesitate. My orders are sa pulis pati military, pati mga barangay, na pagka ginulo at nagkaroon ng okasyon na lumaban at ang buhay ninyo ay nalagay sa alanganin, shoot them dead.
Duterte also tells residents to just wait for government assistance, even if it may be delayed. Online, people are angered by the president's statement, as well as the national government's overall response to the pandemic. At The Ink Educator says, Duterte reminds me of an insecure teacher who resorts to cheap insults and threats when the class is getting out of hand. Radio host Sam YG says, can't the president just give a damn clear-cut speech once and for all? Writer Alfonso Manalastas says Duterte is not incompetent. He is culpable. When he endorses the killings of urban poor communities, it is not an act of mediocrity, but an act of evil. The Department of the Interior and Local Government says Pasig City Mayor Vico Sotto cannot be prosecuted for supposedly violating Republic Act No. 11469 or the Bayanihan to Heal as One Act. Undersecretary Jonathan Malaya on Thursday says the DILG agrees with Justice Secretary Menardo Guevara that Sotto can't be prosecuted because the alleged offenses were committed prior to its effectivity into law. This comes a day after National Bureau of Investigation Deputy Director Ferdinand Lavin said the agency summoned Sotto for disobeying national government policies or directives in imposing quarantines. Before the Bayanihan law was passed, Sotto appealed to Malacanang to allow Pasig tricycles to operate, to ferry frontliners and people with emergencies. Malacanang and the DILG rejected the pitch, and Sotto complied by March 19. The Bayanihan law took effect March 26. Malaya says the NBI's move against Sotto is a useless political distraction since the Pasig mayor already complied. In an interview with ANC Thursday, Lavin says the issue was somewhat sensationalized and politicized. But Sotto hits Lavin on Twitter, saying it was your side that leaked a copy of the letter to a reporter. Your guy had me receive it at my office with media in tow. The National Bureau of Investigation, or NBI, summons more than a dozen people over social media posts related to the coronavirus. Human rights lawyer Chel Diokno takes on the case of one of those summoned, whose post was about the alleged misuse of government funds related to the response to contain the spread of the coronavirus. In an interview on cable TV ANC on Thursday, Diokno described his clients as just a guy who's concerned about what's happening. The subpoena to Diokno's client cites Article 154 of the Revised Penal Code, which punishes the publication of any false news which may endanger the public order or cause damage to the interest or credit of the state. On February 4, Justice Secretary Minardo Guevara authorized the NBI to investigate the deliberate spread of misinformation and fake news related to the coronavirus. The Bayanihan law, which took into effect March 26, punishes creating, perpetuating, or spreading false information regarding the COVID-19 crisis. Posts made before March 26 should not be covered, but Guevara earlier cited an exception if the offense is a continuing one and its commission has not been stopped. Cabinet Secretary Carlo Nograles says Luzon residents will now be required to wear face masks or improvised face shields when leaving their homes to work or buy essential goods.
For areas under ECQ, the IATF hereby adopts the policy of mandatory wearing by all residents of face masks whenever allowed to go out of their residences pursuant to existing guidelines issued by the national government. Kahit improvised po ito o panyo, basta po may pantakip ng bibig at ilong.
The latest directive comes as coronavirus cases continue to climb in the Philippines, where there are 2,633 coronavirus cases, including 107 deaths and 51 recoveries as of Thursday, April 2.